Hello, Democrats. Are you ready to take back the Blaine House? I am so glad to be with you this afternoon. I think the last time many of us saw each other was probably at a demonstration. How many of you went to a women's march? All right. How many of you demonstrated against the mistreatment of immigrants? Or how many of you joined my friends the last 2 years on the Lewiston-Auburn Bridge, who have been out there every single week demonstrating the worst against the worst of the worst for Paul LePage and Donald Trump? Let's give those guys a hand, right? We've all been there. And in the last 8 years, unfortunately, we have gotten very good at saying no. But 2018 is a turning point. This is our year to say yes. Yes to universal health care. Yes to women's rights. Yes to clean energy. Yes to jobs that pay a living wage. Yes to respecting our tribes and their sovereignty. Are you ready to say yes? I've been saying yes to change all my life. Against all odds, I helped to write and pass the very first Family Medical Leave Act in the country in the early 80s, the very first clean elections law in the country, and Maine's very first state minimum wage increase of $0.10 under Joe Brennan. Ann Rand, where are you here? We worked on that. And as the director of the Maine Women's Lobby and the Commission for Women under both the Democratic and Republican governor, I helped found coalitions that so many of you have been a part of, because I know that we are stronger together. And every day, I help individuals make positive change in their own lives through my counseling business. In fact, I have started and managed 2 businesses, all while raising 3 spectacular daughters. Right over there. I have lots of experience, but not a conventional political resume. I have experience speaking plainly, bringing people together, lifting up the best in us, fostering hope, and achieving progress for change for Maine's working families, what I like to call the sweet spot. 35 years of getting things done, but not being part of the broken system. Now I want to use those skills as your governor to achieve single-payer health care, to achieve 100% renewable energy in Maine, and for God's sakes, to finally pass reasonable gun safety measures. I want to grow Maine's economy from the bottom up, one small business at a time, and to strengthen unions and workers' rights in order to keep our middle class strong. And I have lots of new ideas. Here's just one. In order to reduce crushing college debt and rebuild the importance of giving back, let's offer every Maine high school student, when they graduate, a chance to give a year of community service, such as insulating homes, teaching English as a second language to our new Americans, or helping care for the elderly. And in exchange for this service, we will provide 2 years of tuition at any Maine institution, but it's the last 2 years of their 4-year degree so that we can make sure that they graduate. But you might be thinking, can a bold platform like this and a progressive candidate win in the 2nd district? Let's look for a minute at Augusta County voters in 2016. They voted for the progressive populist and my friend Troy Jackson as state senator. They voted yes to increasing the minimum wage, yes to taxing the wealthiest to support education, yes to ranked choice voting, and then they also voted for Donald Trump. Now, what was the message from these voters? The message I heard was, we want our lives to matter. We want your help in making things better for our families, and they will vote for whomever and whatever it takes to get it done. Politics today is different now. What worked in the 1990s is not going to work in 2018. Look who is winning across the country. Progressive women are winning all over the country in every state. Voters are not looking for cautious, poll-driven candidates. They want someone bold and who is real. What does it mean to be real? First of all, it means doing what you say. Every Democratic candidate for governor here opposes the corruptive influence of money in politics, but only one is running as a clean elections candidate, taking no money from special interests and PACs. But why does that matter? It matters because if I am in the Blaine House, we won't have to compromise our efforts to get affordable drug prices for Maine because we won't owe Big Pharma a single thing. It matters because we can promote affordable broadband service all across Maine without owing cable and TV companies a single thing. It matters because we can support our amazing young local farmers in their efforts to grow and sell local food without owing agribusiness a single thing. It matters because we can protect our water resources as a public trust without owing Nestle Corporation a single thing. And it matters because we can finally work for gun safety laws like assault weapons bans and universal background checks because we won't owe gun manufacturers a single thing. And I can promise you, I will never get an A+ rating from the NRA. I spoke to a delegate yesterday on the floor, and he said, you know, Betsy, the reason we can't drain the swamp is because we haven't pulled the plug. And that plug is money in politics. He is right. You know it, I know it, we all feel it. That's why I'm a clean election candidate. 2018 is our year. It's never been a better chance to stop doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting to get different results. We won't get different results doing the same thing. I am so grateful that almost 5,000 people in Maine have already given $5 to say, I want money out and people in. Before I wrap up, I just want to say how grateful I am to my amazing, badass team of staff and hundreds of volunteers who have worked so many hours and surprised everyone in this state. And to my 3 amazing girls and my extended family, and my fiance, Monty, who actually had no idea what he was getting into. I just want to say, I love you all more than words can say. This is a special moment in Maine history. We can all feel it. We see it in the crowds that come here and to every forum we have. Something big is in the air. We are hungry for change, and on Election Day, we can show the country how it's done. Citizens united be damned. We can take back our democracy. Dirigo, right? Maine leads. We can make our state and our government work for hardworking people like you and me, and we can be hopeful again. Are you ready to win back the hearts and minds of Maine voters from Calais to Kittery, from Machias to Mattawamkeag? Are you ready? This is our moment. Together we can do this, and together you and I and all Mainers can discover just how sweet real change can be. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you out there.
I needed the shelter of someone's arms. There you were. I needed someone to understand my ups and downs.